Hello, hello, hello. I am just going to make sure we are live. We are live. I just want to make sure we are live. Make sure everyone can see. All right. All right, we are live. So, welcome to today's training. I'm going to be talking about confidence, clients, and cash, and how to introvertly increase all three. Today is going to be a little bit different only because I kind of got a little bee in my bonnet, if you will. And so I am a little perturbed about some things that I am seeing out here. And when it comes to us introverts, I get very, very protective. And so I'm going to be talking about those things. It's still going to help you as an introvert. Rest assured, it is going to help you as an introvert who's navigating the entrepreneurial space. But before we get into that, I want to first introduce myself for those that may be new to me. I am Karina Calhoun. I am a life and business strategist, specifically for online service-based women who are introverts. And I've been an introvert for over 50 years. So I can speak to us. I have been an introvert for over 50 years. What makes us an introvert? And I'll get into that in a second. But before we get started, before we really get started, I wanted to remind you that for those that are a part of the Rise and Thrive Womenpreneurs community, our community for introverts, the women's community, for those that are a part of that, I just want to remind you that our February February visibility challenge, we're doing it with a little twist. Okay. So I've already started talking about it because I want to make sure everybody knows. I don't want anyone coming to me later saying, Karina, I didn't know that that the format had changed for February. Just for February, we're going to change it just a tad bit. Instead of it being 3 days, it's going to be 5 days. And what does that 5 days entail? It entails some goodness. It entails some goodness. I normally just drop a couple of prompts. They are working prompts. They are prompts that can help you with visibility. I normally drop that in our Rise and Thrive community. For this particular visibility challenge, it's going to be a little bit different. You're actually going to be learning as you go. So there's going to be some coaching involved. Okay, free coaching. I'm going to be providing some free coaching through these 5 days. Also, we're gonna gather together in a different space. We're not going to be in the Rise and Thrive community for this particular visibility challenge. And this challenge, I'm going to be giving you more information on how to move the needle with your business. Okay. So I wanted to tell you about that. And also, let me just pull this up. I'm going to bring this up on the screen. I wanted to show you where to go and register. Go to my website, gobegreatcoaching.com, gobegreatcoaching.com, and you're going to see when you get there, you're going to see this pop up. You can either enter your information or you can just click away. But up here, you're going to see free 5-day visibility sprint. Okay. You see that? You're going to click on there and then you can read through this stuff. But if you've been rocking with me, you know it's going to be some goodness. It's going to be some really good stuff in here. Go ahead and put in your information and get signed up, get registered. There's going to be a gift that you're going to get, a bonus. There's going to be bonuses throughout this. Listen, I have pulled out all of the stops because this is something that I have been running these 3-day visibility challenges since I want to say September, October maybe about July of last year, July or August of last year. And so because of that, there's just some things that I've learned. There's some things that I want to do differently. And this is one of them. So we're going to be doing this instead of the 3-day visibility challenge. It's going to be 5 days. And there's a lot more entailed. You're going to get some bonus. You're going to get, I don't even want to tell you right now, because it's just some greatness that you're going to be getting. You got right now 19 days to go ahead and get registered. 19 days. Okay. This tells you all about it, tells you what you're going to get. Frequently FAQs. Let's just say that FAQs. How do you know this is for you? Is this for you? And then a little bit about me. Okay. So I've made it very easy for you to just really get on board, because this 5-day visibility challenge is going to be absolutely amazing. Amazing. So, talking about confidence, clients, and cash today. Listen, and I did a video on my personal page about this, because I am like fuming. I am fuming right now. I have seen over the course of several days, various people. This is not just one person. This is various people telling us introverts that maybe we should not label ourselves as introverts. What could we accomplish if we were not labeling ourselves as introverts? To stop it, and to not be an introvert. The thing about that, the issue with that is, like I said on my personal page, that's the same as telling me to not be a Black woman, to be a woman of color. That's the same as telling me to not be a woman. That's the same as telling me to not be a Gen Xer over 50. These are just things that I cannot, there's no control that I have over this. Okay. The control that I do have is to not look at myself as a Gen Xer over 50, to not look at myself as a Black woman, a woman of color, to not look at myself as a woman as something negative, as a disadvantage to me being successful in my life and business. Because it's just not that. Being an introvert is it's the same thing. There's no disadvantage to being an introvert in life or in business unless you perceive it as such. If you feel like you can't be an introvert and be successful, then there's some things that we need to navigate. I can be successful as a Black woman. I can be successful as a woman. I can be successful as a woman over 50. I can be successful as an introvert. I just know how to navigate. I have to know how to navigate whatever the arena is that I'm in. When it comes to the entrepreneurial space, it's the heavy and aggressive marketing tactics that I have to know how to navigate. I've been taught those things, that you have to be loud, you have to be aggressive, you have to be, all of these negative things in order to be successful. And you don't. You absolutely 100% do not have to be any of those things in order to be successful. Hey, Halama. So I want you to understand that being anything other than who you are is contradicting the very essence of the impact that you bring, because a part of the very essence that you bring to the world as your impact, it encompasses you being an introvert. There's things about you that have to be in place. Empathy. Introverts are extremely empathetic. Not to say that extroverts are not, but it is common knowledge that introverts are empathetic, that we're very discerning, that we are very watchful, that we are very observant, that we think about what it is we're saying. We're deep thinkers. So the negativity that people try to place on top of us, saying that we can't be successful in business, is a lie. And so when we build that confidence, knowing that as an introvert, we actually have advantages, because while someone over here is talking, 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 we're reading the room. Our mouth is closed and we're reading the room. We're observing. We're paying close attention while they're talking. Okay? And so that is an advantage for us. We have an introvert's advantage. The empathy naturally comes for us. And that's where we move into the client's piece. As a woman introvert, first of all, we're naturally empathetic as a woman and as an introvert. So those are two key advantages that we have right there off the gate. And so when it comes to creating content and messaging that connects with our audience, it's in us. It comes out. It naturally comes out. The problem is we just don't know what to say. But if I guarantee you, if we have a topic that we know our audience wants to hear and we have the right audience in front of us, absolutely. And adapt to active listening 100%. If we have a topic that we know our audience wants to hear and we have the right audience in front of us, AI ain't got nothing on us. I don't know. I told you all of this a couple of months ago. I wrote a social media post, and I like to test myself sometimes, because the stuff that what I teach you all is not hypothetical. It is 100% real. I like to test myself. And so what I did, I wrote some content and ran it through an AI detector. And the AI detector said that that content that I wrote out of my own brain, my own thoughts, my own heart, my own empathetic nature, my own introverted nature, that AI detector said it was 100% AI and 0% human. I wrote it. That's what being an introvert is all about. One of them, anyway. So we have this capability to to really connect when we know what to say. And so this is why the confidence, the clients, and then that's what brings in the cash, because we're connecting ethically, authentically with our ideal audience. We're connecting, we're saying the things that they want to say, they're hearing the things that they need to hear. We're in front of the right people. And then the sales begin to increase. The sales conversations are not, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, I have a sales call. What am I going to do? I have had sales calls where I almost wanted to upchuck. I kid you not. It was like the worst thing in the world. But once I finally understood how to really connect with my ideal audience, then I had a system, a strategy in place, so that when I talk to them, it's not the ickiness. I'm not compromising my authenticity. I'm being me. So when I tell you there's an advantage to being an introvert, it really is. We just have to know what it is. We have to stop looking at it as this big bad thing and know that it is 100% an advantage. We're not antisocial. I don't know, people say that we're not antisocial. I love people. I 100% love people, and I'm sure you do too. We're just selective in how many people we're around and how we are around them. Which, guess what that means? When it comes to our ideal audience, we like smaller communities. So if it's a coaching program, a group coaching program, something of that nature, instead of 50 people, oh, I flourish when it's about 5 or 6, maybe 10. The drain is gone or it lessens. So, building your confidence, really connecting with building your confidence, number one, is going to mean you got to stop seeing your introvert personality as a disadvantage. It is absolutely 100% an advantage. It is your superpower. It is not kryptonite. It is not kryptonite. We don't like small talk. We don't like to be in large, you know, rooms with a bunch of people, lots of, talking going on and all that stuff. We like to focus on the conversation that's in front of us. We want to give you our undivided attention. As someone, we want to have that, we want to be sure we're leaning into that active listening. So that's how you build your confidence. You realize and understand, you lean into who you are as an introvert and know that it's an advantage. Empathetically connect with your ideal audience. Those two things will take you smoothly into having amazing sales calls to where people are saying, I've been waiting on you. I wanted to talk to you. Where do I start? How do I begin? Those types of things. Because you're not drilling in, you're not trying to trick them to be a client. I have to do something about my facial expressions because they show through. So this is how you increase these three as an introvert, introvertly increasing them. It starts with that confidence first. Starts with that first and foremost. So I had to get this out. Listen, I know this is not the normal teaching and training that I have, but this one today, I saw it one too many times and I had to address it because I want all of my introvert ladies out there to know that there's nothing wrong with you. You don't need to try to change yourself. I went through that in corporate America and I hated it. I felt so inauthentic, trying to be somebody that I wasn't. I felt like I was out of my own skin. And that is not how we're supposed to be. That's not how we flourish. That's not how we are successful. So I want to go back to, if you have not registered yet, make sure you register for our 5-day sprint, 5-day visibility sprint. Again, I'm going to be doing this is going to be free training, free coaching. We're going to get into the weeds of some things. You've got about 19 days left. And this is a free 5-day visibility challenge. You're going to learn how to become seen and heard by your ideal client. We're going to go in more in depth than we do here in these trainings that I have. So you really want to get on board so that you don't miss out on this. I've got some bonuses that I'm going to be giving away as well. This is going to be information that's going to help you move the needle so that you're able to finally come up out of that feast or famine cycle. I've been there. If you know my story, I've told my story before. I've been there. I know what that's like. If you've heard my story, I have lots of stories of my life. Again, over 50. Having over 50, I've lived some things. And so the feast or famine cycle, been there. Not sure if I'm thinking that, something's wrong with me. Maybe I'm cursed and can't get it right. Having been there, having gone through this whole situation. And I talked about this in a previous video, a previous training where I talked about this experience that I had where I felt like I was unseen and unheard. And that is where a lot of this stems from, because I know what it's like to have this amazing and powerful impact that is on the inside of you. And if you could just get it in front of the right people who need it, that there are people that need exactly what you have. And if you could just get it in front of the right people, that their lives would change. But you keep just screaming out into this loud, void, black space. And you continuously go unseen and unheard. I say all of this because I know I've been there. I have absolutely 100% been there. And it is the worst feeling in the world. So I'm going to end here. I think I'm done with my rant. Maybe, possibly, I don't know. If you see something on social media, know that I'm still stewing a little bit about what I've been seeing. And that's the reason behind what I might be saying. But at any rate, thank you so much for joining. Again, gobegreatcoaching.com. You'll see up at the tab where it says free 5-day visibility sprint. Make sure you check it out. Make sure you get registered so that you don't miss out on this. This is going to be absolutely 100% phenomenal. So I will see you all later. Thank you so much again for tuning in. Bye for now.